love my wife, and she's very, very smart, and I love learning from her. We don't agree on everything, but I love to learn from her. And one thing that she said about trauma, pay attention now, is she said trauma is typically worse when you go through a bad experience and you can't process it in a space where you're truly being heard and truly understood. So when you're a man and you are traumatized, you are sad, you used to wake up every morning and see your 4-year-old daughter, and now you can't because your marriage broke down and your wife told you to leave, and then you're trying to talk about how you're very, very sad. What's the first thing that happens? Well, let's say that you did something wrong. Let's say you broke a rule, you cheated or something, or your wife claims you were emotionally abusive, or you didn't give her enough attention. Well, first thing people are going to do a lot of times is blame you for your trauma. They're going to say, well, if you didn't want to be traumatized, then you would have acted better. You would have behaved better. So imagine if every time a woman went through something terrible, imagine if every time a woman was violated or something bad happened to her, and then somebody said, well, that wouldn't have happened to you if you had behaved right, if you had not had such a short skirt on that day, or if you hadn't done it. So my point is to say, I think we're just missing the conversation. I think that it's like if you have a product, let's say the product is marriage. You have a product you're trying to sell. You're trying to sell young guys on marriage. And the customer says, I don't think I want that product. And you can respond either by learning why they don't want the product, like what's going on, what's happening here, or you can just say, well, F you, you're stupid. You obviously can't see a good product when it's put in front of you. You obviously don't know like what it means to get good value, you dumbass. Like you could do it. You could take the Roland Martin approach. He calls everybody a dumbass who disagrees with him instead of trying to understand why the customer won't buy the product. So for some people, men and women, it's not just men, actually. It's not just men. For some people, they look at marriage and they say, I don't think I want that product, because marriage in America is a little bit different from other parts in the world. And what I really believe to the core of my soul, and it's not politically correct for me to say this, is I don't think that when I look at the marriage I saw that lasted 50 years with my parents, we don't give each other enough grace. Men and women don't give each other enough grace. We don't give enough capacity for forgiveness. Everybody's selfish as shit. I think feminism, some of it's built around selfishness. It's about how you feel and you finding yourself and you being happy. And if that's how you feel, then that's fine. The family may not be for you. Because what I've learned about family, at least my approach when it comes to family or working together with other people or collaboration on any project, any situation, is that it really comes down to being able to put your own feelings to the side for the sake of the collective. And that is something that's really not that popular, because what happens is that we have so much ego that people will make fun of you for doing that. Like if you're a man and you say, I love my wife, I'm going to roll out the red carpet for her, I'm going to be there for her, I'm going to put up with her shit, I'm going to, love her through it, I'm going to be patient as hell and push myself to be as patient as possible, people will call you a simp. There are guys that will call you a simp. And then when you're a woman and you say, I don't want to disrespect men. I want to talk to men in a way that they feel good. I don't want to interrupt a man when he's speaking. I learned from my daddy how to talk to a man. Well, what do women do? Other women will bully you. Other women will say, oh, you're just a pick-me. You're just a dumb little pick-me. And the thing about it is that the so-called simps and pick-me's are the ones who have healthy relationships. The ones who walk in with their chest out, ego first, don't usually succeed. So I'm not saying that you have to change who you are. I'm just saying, if you walk in with ego, then just don't do it.